Hi again. Sorry for the sudden disappearance and reappearance. After taking a week or two off to really sit with this, I've decided to tackle the beast by its horns and finally address what's been going on. And also, it's not entirely fair for me to have this hobby be ruined for me by something that I didn't even do. The reason I took a lot of time off to respond is because it's only fair to you guys if I was in the right mindset to provide my side of the story, so that you can form your own opinions and come to your own conclusions with both sides. There's always two sides of the story. With that being said, none of the allegations that have been thrown around since 2023 are a reflection of my character, and I've moved past that situation years ago. Granted, I never really responded to them at all during 2023 to 2025, so that's probably why a lot of people took it seriously or believed it without questioning me once. For the record, I am also not mad at people who reacted to this harshly or immediately cut me off without further questioning because I don't blame you. Like, if I saw a friend have allegations like that thrown at them, then I would probably react the same way too. So, much has been lost of time, and at this point, it's genuinely hard to recall all of this. But I believe this started in 2022, when I was 16, because of this one person on a VR chat. Oh god, not that game. Got upset that their partner liked me and decided to make false pedophile allegations based off of nothing. Literally nothing. I will go into further detail in a few on why basically that entire document and its claims are invalidated at this point. This person was also actively faking a mental disorder which caused them to have split personalities, and they claimed that their split personalities was a child. So, yeah, that's how that happened. Back then, I had no friends and was doing basically what everyone else was doing around me and trying to fit in. If you know anything about VR chat, then you know that game is filled with groomers. It's safe to say that I was definitely groomed back then when all of this happened when I was a teenager. This is something I've been working through therapy because me being groomed as a child online by these sick ghouls have caused me to be delayed in life. So, after basically everything exploded in 2023, I was hospitalized for 2 weeks on January 19th following a mental crisis and attempt. I was ordered by the professionals there to discontinue using social media, and I did so for 2023 to 2025. I didn't initially respond to those allegations because there was just so much going on in my life. I actually lost my mom in June of 2023, which made this a lot tougher for me. Since I never responded to those allegations over the years, this led people to believe it and make videos about it and drag it on further. I genuinely moved on and quit Roblox development shortly after this. Now, I call a lot of points in that document, if not all points in that document, malicious and or frivolous at best. What I also think is strange is that the authors kept mentioning my age as some sort of point or to exaggerate their claims further. Do we all do stupid shit on the internet as a teenager? Yeah, absolutely in this age we do, but it's not entirely fair to base someone's character on their actions from years ago. And well, that's even alleged actions at this point, because none of it's even true. And it isn't exactly fair to bring this up years later or exaggerate it, since it's very clear I moved on ages ago and have turned over a new leaf. Well, what makes me think this is frivolous in the first place? Simply put, the group behind it absolutely did not take these allegations seriously, and it's clear that it was all malicious intent. If I was actually a predator like these people claimed, wouldn't the police have shown up to my house years ago? And also, I would be put on a list or something if that was true. Clearly it isn't because absolutely nothing has happened all these years. No investigations, no knocks at my door, not even anything happened to me at RDC. Nothing. Why? Because their evidence was never solid and they were never going to do anything with it in the first place. I don't know if you're aware, but in 2022 to 2023, when this document was made, it was extremely popular for people on Twitter to mostly falsely accuse people of false allegations like that. I'm sure you guys remember a lot of your favorite YouTubers getting false allegations thrown at them back in the day. This is exactly what it is. All this happened simply because this group of people, whether it be old friends, online ex-partners, or anyone else involved, just thought I was annoying or didn't like me, and that's why they made these claims about me. The way they handled it was extremely immature. They would go into Roblox games and join my friends and start talking about it. Not to mention one, but two Twitter parody accounts, a hate Discord server, as well, apparently there's just two of them at that point. Even buying my Roblox username as a website domain to redirect to their document and making AI voice models of me, it just really screams malicious hate group instead of a group trying to expose an alleged predator. Like I mentioned earlier, if these allegations were actually real and true, then something would have been done years ago. This is a bit excessive at best. Also, it doesn't seem like any of the people in that group who had claims against me would make up their minds, since I would resolve things with them, and then, like a month or two later, they would just turn around again. Like, for reference, this person who initially made some serious claims about me admitted to being lied to about me by another person who made false claims, who also has their own document, which I'll link below, and whatever's in that document actually seems very similar to what they accused me of. This is going to become a pattern throughout this video. And then they ended up turning around and claimed that I bribed them with Robux when I just wanted to give them some because I had no use for mine. For the record, back in the day, when I was on Roblox, a lot of people would know me best for donating to them, because I was making so much at the time. It doesn't really feel right to just resolve things and then randomly take it back and be indecisive about it. Again, it just makes all of this seem so malicious and poorly organized. Any claims from ex-partners is just vindictive at this point. Here's an example of one of them retracting their claims and then fleeing a Discord server after they were questioned. Or again, just not taken seriously. The hate group would also go to recruit any ex-online partners to blackmail me and other partners I had. Here's a screenshot of that. If these were serious claims, which they aren't, that's absolutely not how to address that whatsoever. Now, this person, they made a lot of claims about me, which actually turned out to be them framing me for their actions. I have a document on their actions linked down below, and again, as we mentioned earlier, a lot of the stuff that they were accusing me of seems extremely similar to what's in their own document. And so it turns out this person was framing me. And the document really just also proves that as well, because in one of the screenshots, the group of ex-friends that made this document were saying that this person was claiming to start things with me because they were bored. And also they were calling me a pretty derogatory slur. Yeah, I think you can tell how these people really handled it, or just really how they are. And again, it just makes this seem really malicious, and you know what? It is. Here's a screenshot of them in 2024 literally admitting to me and apologizing for lying about it. Yeah. But wait, if they said they lied about it in 2024, why did it drag on years later? That's what I'll get into next. After some quiet on my end for a year or two, and since at that point I quit social media and made a new Discord, and as well as some new friends, the only reason why this drama was brought up again was, get this, over some toys. Now I know it seems ridiculous, but the person from this clickbait video some Roblox commentary channel made, probably to pay the bills, I don't know, got mad at me in a Roblox game because I bought some toys from a company that allegedly supported Israel. This also coincides with the trend at the time where it was trendy to boycott places like Starbucks and McDonald's because of it. Really just a bunch of performative activism, and that's exactly what that was. So this person decided to dig up the old drama from 2023 and restart it. Basically, since I never made a statement about it back then, because, I don't know, maybe because I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, people took it at face value and believed those false allegations again. So that led to this glorious image. Either an ex-friend or someone who hated me took a photo of me while I was minding my own business at RDC and decided to post it online. My partner at the time told me this, and I just decided to skip the entirety of RDC after that. Like, I stayed in a hotel room in California doing nothing for 2 days. So nothing actually even happened at RDC, but since I was there, people didn't like that, and of course the losers who feed off of drama for content came out of the woodworks and make videos about it. Do they really have anything better to do? Beats me. So, after RDC 2025, I decided to take some interest in trains and discovered that this was actually a hobby and a thing that people do. So I went out, made some friends, and got to this point where I am today. It genuinely felt like a fresh breath of air because I could finally heal from being traumatized by all that bullying and harassment from years ago. And honestly, now looking back at it, that's exactly what it was. This is just honestly just a bunch of cyberbullying and harassment. Until I realized a lot of people in this community played Roblox. So naturally, since I wanted to help a few friends out, I gave them some Robux and played a little bit, and that's honestly how people formed that connection and put two and two together with those past false allegations because of my Roblox username. Granted, I still enjoy this hobby, and I still do go out, now that I have a new camera to learn how to use, but it's been kind of difficult on me mentally just replaying the time where I basically lost all of my friends over nothing again. I have a feeling the reason why people decided to bring it up and spread it again was because I was being distant to a certain group of people who I won't mention because at the time I was suffering with horrible mental health and some awful thoughts. You can get where I'm going with that. But these people decided to turn against me and claim that I'm emotionally using teenagers? When that is not the case at all. It's not my fault that the only other group of people my age is extremely closed off. Am I supposed to talk to nobody when I'm in a crisis? Like, make it make sense. Like, yeah, I've been going to therapy for like 3 years at this point, but that just genuinely doesn't help, unlike talking to someone who was there when the situation happened. Sorry for wanting some mental support, apparently. Oh, and also, two of the people in that group are quite known to harass people in this local part of the Railfan community, so I think you can connect the dots there. I'm kind of disappointed in how some friends handled this, and we're basically being two-faced the entire time. I don't want to name names at all because this is not about them. This video is about me. And also, I'm not pulling an Aiden Dodd and immediately accusing people in my own apology video as some sort of revenge tactic. I don't do that here, and I have no reason to. But besides that, these people seem like they offered support, but in the end just ended up provoking me by adding me to group chats with the individuals who were harassing me about it earlier, claiming I was talking shit about them or spreading rumors about them, when that's not the case at all, and overall just not helping the situation. One thing that I noticed coming up a lot was the claim that I was using people for free rides. This is not the case whatsoever, and I believe these individuals only claimed this because it was convenient for them to do so in this situation. Not once was payment discussed with me by anyone except one person that I haven't been able to get to because they've been recovering from surgery, so I haven't been able to pay them. Everyone else has never talked to me about paying them back or anything and only wants to use this claim to hurt me further. Not cool. I already give back a lot to this community by giving out pins for free, by the way. This shit costs money, and I'm over here handing out like $200 worth of pins like it's nothing because I want to be nice to people. But to go and claim I use people for rides is just straight up contradictory and not true. I don't even know if I'll even give out pins again after this. Again, this video is about me, it's not about them, and this is not the place to harass or bash people. But I would like to at least take into account how some people handle this whole thing. Again, not naming names, I have no reason to because I'm not even mad at anyone or have any malice towards anyone here. Will you go back to making content? It depends on the reception of this video. I'm not entirely sure, since this basically feels like being re-traumatized by what happened to me in 2023. Plus, I have a surgery upcoming next month, and I genuinely might just step back for a bit regardless. Why did you immediately deactivate everything? I was immediately being harassed, and that wasn't really helping my mental situation, so I just needed to step back. I didn't deactivate because I was hiding anything. If I was hiding anything, then this video wouldn't have even been made. It's only fair that I'm able to tell my side of the story in a better state so that everyone can form their own opinions fairly. I'm genuinely not mad if people decide to not talk to me after this at all, because I completely understand. Again, I just advise that you form your own opinion with the information that I provided. If I previously had your number or had you on Discord, I unblocked everyone, so feel free to add or text me with any questions or anything. I have nothing to hide. I wanted to handle this in a mature and respectful manner by not naming names or bashing anyone, since that's not the goal of this. The goal of this is to be transparent and to actually talk about what's been going on and to clear up some misconceptions. I'm sorry to anyone who was affected by this, or to anyone I upset by cutting off or being distant to. If you have any thoughts or comments, just tell me down below, or reach out to me on Discord. This is only open to people of the Railfan community, and not anyone from Roblox. That chapter has long since been closed, and I do not wish to be contacted by anyone from the Roblox community. If your comment doesn't show up, it probably has some filtered words, but I'll see it anyway. I encourage you to be respectful about it like I've been respectful in this video and not naming anyone. This is not a place for harassment. Nothing gets solved at all if it isn't taken seriously. TLDR, people found some old fake document from my past, brought it up while I was not good mentally, and I guess I was just spiraling. Yeah. Hopefully this clears things up. And again, see you in the next one.